Right, guys, Gemini back with another video, and I wanted to make a video real quick about this Smackdown Skank train last night because that's how I felt watching it. I'm just doing this quick on my phone. I don't have time to mess around with my nice camera and go through the movie editor and do all that shit. So you get a quick video out in my kitchen, and if you don't like it, you could always go down there. And for you new wrestling fans, which probably a lot of you are, and you think, oh, SmackDown Live is the greatest show ever. Oh my God, WWE now is so much better than when the Attitude Era. No, you're wrong. Attitude Era was way better, and that was a reference from Scott Hall. And if you don't like it, you know, too goddamn bad, because you've never seen good wrestling if this is the only stuff you've seen. Trust me, wrestling back in the day when NWO and all that stuff was going on, Attitude Era, it was 5 times, 15 times, a million times better than anything you see today. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Yeah, I was watching SmackDown last night, and it was like one skank after another. I swear to God, first comes Alexa Bliss out, and I was bored, man. I mean, I had no Warriors game on last night, no 49ers game, no Giants game, so I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll give SmackDown a chance. I'll turn it on, see if they can do anything worth a shit on SmackDown. Still look like a B show to me. And then they bring Alexa Bliss out. I'm like, she's like 2'7" and weighs like 90 pounds. Blonde Barbie doll. You know, she comes out and cuts some lame ass promo on Becky Lynch. It's decent. You know, a lot of respect for Becky Lynch. I mean, Becky Lynch is a real professional wrestler. I respect her so much. Plus, she's hot. And she looks hot in the white shirt and shit. But yeah, Alexa Bliss comes out and she cuts her little promo, and I'm like, really? This is what all these guys on YouTube are getting all excited about, the women's wrestling division on SmackDown with the Skank train, and she looked like a skank. And then I was like, not impressed with that. It was a decent little segment. And then the next Skank, Carmella, comes out, and oh my God, you called Carmella a skank? Well, she's acting like a skank. She comes out and she's talking shit on John Cena, and she's another girl that looks like she's about 2'7" and weighs like 90 pounds. I come from the days of women in wrestling like Sherry Martel, Alundra Blaze, you know, wrestlers like that who would just crush little Alexa Bliss, little Carmella. They just crush them. A girl like Sherry Martel would just rip her hair out and beat the shit out of her. And that's the women. I mean, Fabulous Moolah, you know, Mae Young, you know, I mean, those are the wrestlers I remember, women wrestlers. You know, I mean, it's just the women now. Like I said, they don't look tough. They're like 2'7", they weigh like 90 pounds, they're right from NXT, they're on the show because they're like models and they're hot, and they look like skanks, they act like skanks, and I wasn't impressed with SmackDown and the Skank train and all last night. It was just like one skank after another, and I'm like, wow, this is what all these guys on YouTube are so excited about. They think that this is the coolest thing ever, the women's wrestling division on SmackDown. That's all I hear about, and I'm like, this is what you're impressed by? Some little tiny girl who's like 20 years old out there just talking some shit on another diva? I'm like, wow, this is bad. SmackDown was bad. No wonder why I haven't watched since they relaunched. It's still a B show all the way. I was like, wow, this is the B show big time. You can dislike the video all you want. It's how I feel. If you think these women today could touch the women of yesteryear in wrestling, I want to see, God rest her soul, but I would love to see Sherry Martel get her hands on Carmella, or get her hands on Alexa Bliss and just beat the shit out of her. Same thing with the Alundra Blades, when the women used to be tough in wrestling, but they weren't pretty back then. They didn't have to be pretty because they just beat the shit out of you in the ring. Just saying, just an observation. SmackDown Skank train.